Hey sweets, it's Nicole. So today we're gonna do a little video. It's gonna be like a get ready with me-ish. Like I'm gonna do my makeup, but I'm gonna talk about just trying to figure out, because I feel like everyone's in the point in their life where they're just like, what am I doing? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, we all need to talk about it. So let's just get right into it. Rule number 1, you don't need to have it all figured out yet. Let's chat. I feel like everybody right now, oh, and if I look down, it's because there's a mirror that I'm looking down at to do my makeup. I'm at the point in my life where like I'm graduated from high school and college. I have my bachelor's degree and I'm like, okay, what am I doing? And why am I doing it? And so I'm just like trying to figure things out. You need to just be able to take time with yourself and be able to just realize that what you want to do in life is all up to you. You have the right to do whatever you want, you know, and like things are not easy and it's gonna come with work. And you have to understand that in order to get the things you want in life, you have to work for them. You do. Like there's no, okay, for some people there is an easy route to things. Unfortunately, that's not like that for everybody, including your girl over here. So we need to realize that like having it all figured out is kind of unrealistic. People really don't have it all together. So don't compare your journey to anyone else's, and like you don't need to have it figured out because we're all on our own journeys and life is just a journey. Rule number 2, the impact of social media. Let's chat. Okay, so not everyone, majority of people nowadays have social media. And like that's fine. Like it's fine to have social media. But here's the thing. Social media can be very beneficial and very detrimental at the same time. So I always go on social media breaks, and that's what I advise all of you to do as well. I've been off of Instagram for about probably 3 weeks now, and it's been so mentally peaceful for me, because when you just see so many people, and even if it's not like you don't, even if you're following, you have a good following, like you're not following anything that you don't agree with, it still impacts you in a way that can cause comparison, that can cause just harm to your mental health and your well-being. It's a good mental break to just realize that there's more to the world than what social media shows you, and like there's more to people's lives than the media, because I think we all can come to the understanding that everyone at the end of the day just posts their best self. Like I'm not gonna post, oh my goodness, this looks crazy. I'm not gonna post myself when I'm like down bad in the dumps, crying, like heartbroken, whatever it may be. Like why would I do that? In what world would I want to do that type stuff? So I'm like, it's not that social media is fake, which it can be, and most of the times it probably is. I'm just saying that like people present themselves in a certain way of how they want to be seen on social media, and it can be impactful in a negative way and not in a way that benefits you. And this heavily impacts where you're trying to go in life, because your mental is everything. Your mental is everything when it comes to figuring it out, essentially. Because if you're feeling down, if you're looking at other people and you're like, wow, like why aren't I at that same place? And you've been working so hard, you've been doing all these things, and you're still not there yet. Like you start to question yourself. And like you don't need to be doing that, because you're on your own journey, you're on your own path. And so your time is your own time and you're in no rush. Like you shouldn't be in any rush. Like it's easy to get caught up in, wow, this person has this thing at this age and this person's doing this at this age. And it's like, why does it even matter? Like good for them. Like if they have all these things at the certain age that you are, and those are the same things you want, don't look up to them as competition. Look at them as motivation, as encouragement. Be supportive. You're already hard enough on yourself. Don't make up this new competition from like someone on the media. So in order to help you better figure it all out, whatever that may mean to you, delete social media and just spend more time with you. Rule number 3, pray. If you're not one to pray, let me tell you the power of prayer. It is magical. And let me tell you who to pray to. My man Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace type stuff. Okay, let's chat. So prayer is so powerful. If you're not one to pray, you need to become one to pray. You can't rely on yourself for everything. We are humans. We only know so much. We can only operate so much. And it's only God who knows the path for us and who created us with intention and with purpose. And if you're struggling with figuring it out and finding your purpose, you're wondering if what you're doing has meaning or if this is all meaningless, if you're wasting your time. And remember, I always feel like time's never wasted. It's always effective. It's always used. You're always learning something, Never feel like you're wasting time on something unless you were going into something being like, this is a waste of time. Don't do that, because what are you doing? Let's be real. So don't do that, but understand the power of prayer and be able to ask God to be able to give you that peace that you need, to clarify, to guide your steps, to open your ears, open your heart, and just be so open to God where like he's the only voice that's in your head. Because when you let the world talk to you, that's when things go downhill. You're going to think all the negative stuff about yourself. You're going to think all these things about what you have going on, what you're doing wrong, all this stuff. Things are not going to go right 25/8. So it's important to be able to pray and have God guide your steps and guide your heart. And that's why you have the desire in your heart that you do to do whatever it is. Like, may that be you want to be a doctor. May that be you want to be a truck driver. You want to be on TV, you want to be a star, you want to, whatever that is for you, whatever that calling is in your heart, it's because God planted that in there for you, because you were made with purpose. So, and able to find what you want to do and able to figure it out and ask those questions of why are you in the season that you're in, you need to pray about it. Because prayer will bring you that ultimate peace that you're looking for, and it will help clear up 99% of the questions that you have. That like 1% is just you just being a struggle and being a pain on yourself and not letting you to accept that God is like the answer for you. So that's that. Okay, rule number 4. Be aware of your environment, the people that you surround yourself with, your family, your friends, and the music you listen to. Okay, let's chat. So your family, your friends, and the people you surround yourself with heavily impact how you feel about yourself and what you can accomplish and who you meet, the places you go, the things that you can acquire in life heavily depend on your friend group. And the reason I say to be mindful of this is because, for example, let's say that you have friends that do stuff that you don't agree with, and you hang out with them one day and then they invite their friends and you're like, okay, cool, like let's all hang out and stuff. And then they all do the thing that you don't like to do. Like, why are you there? Like, are they good company? Sure, probably, but they're not benefiting you in any way. And you have to understand that there are some meaningless friendships and meaningless interactions with people that you don't need to have. Some experiences that are unnecessary, that are pointless. So don't put yourself out there to be like, oh, you're gonna miss out. Don't have FOMO. I repeat, don't have FOMO. Fear of missing out, if you don't know. If you want to hang around with bums, you're gonna be a bum. If you wanna hang around with people who are always working, like studying all the time, you're gonna be studying all the time. If you're gonna hang out with people who are always going out partying, you're gonna be that person who's always going out partying. And are these things bad? To some may say yes, to some may say no. That's up to you to decide, I mean, you're not going to be exactly like them, but you're definitely going to carry, I'm going to say like a good 75% of those qualities that your friends have. And if you're trying to be the best you need to surround yourself with people who have the qualities that you want to attain, not the character that you want to attain, because you're not trying to be nobody else, right? Let me set that straight first. Yet, you have to be mindful with what you listen to, because it impacts how you act, it impacts how you move, it impacts what you do, it impacts who you see, it impacts who you revolve yourself around, it impacts your relationship with God and that your prayer life, and it impacts how you feel about you figuring it out. You get me? Full circle moment type stuff. So be mindful of the people you surround yourself with, your family, your friends. And I know family's hard. That can be a little tricky, but that evaluate for yourself and just be able to stay on your own. Stay in your own lane and just do what you got to do to get to where you want to go. and be respectful at the end of the day to your fam. And then be mindful of the music you listen to. Try to listen to more worship music, more upbeat, vibey music. Try not to listen to so much vulgar music. Like, just do what you feel called to do. Listen to what you feel called to listen to. But also remember, you have to get uncomfortable in order to grow. So don't be like, oh, like, I don't like that. Start listening to it. Really dig deep into what the words are saying, how the beat is flowing, and realize how that message of that song is different from like a different message of a different song, you know, and see really how it impacts your mood. Last but not least, rule number 5, it's always a journey. Life is a journey and you don't need to have it figured out. And when I tell you this is kind of like rule number 1, but listen to this. Once you achieve something, once you get to the next point in your life where you want to get to, you're always going to want more. You're always going to feel like you don't have it figured out yet if you let yourself feel that way. Because life is a journey. We're always growing. We're always going to want more. We're going to achieve something, then we're like, okay, what's next? The question is always, what's next, you know? And so you're going to have it figured out. Like, you're going to know what you want to do, and you're going to get there, and then you're going to ask yourself, okay, what do I do now? And that doesn't mean that you don't have it figured out, you know? And like that idea of feeling like you don't know what's going on, like that's normal. That's just all part of the journey. You got to get to step 1. And then you got to get from step 1 to step 2, step 2 to step 3. And it's all this ongoing ladder. And you know, you're always keep climbing. And just because you're climbing doesn't mean you're not getting anywhere. Like, you could climb, take a rest break, chill out there for a year or 2 and just be like, I'm content. And then you want to be like, oh, what's next? That doesn't mean you have it figured out yet. That just means that you're continuing to grow. You're continuing to learn. You're continuing the climb. And then life is all about the climb. I mean, like, it's the climb, you know? Miley Cyrus said it herself first type stuff. Okay, but I'm just saying that it may feel like you don't have it all together, but listen to me. You have it together, you know? I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But those are my 5 rules of having it, what they say, figured out. And I hope this was helpful. And this is my, like, first YouTube video, like, getting back into it. So if you would like and subscribe, it would make my heart super happy. And go be a blessing to someone else. Spread lots of love. And yeah, till next time. See you later, sweets. All that I know.